Robert Perry was living in what some might call the worst apartment in Ottawa. In the heart of Vanier, his one-bedroom apartment was on the ground floor behind 7 dumpsters used for a 12-story building of over 100 units. In the summer, he had to keep his windows open to manage the sweltering heat, which resulted in Robert's home being infested with rats, cockroaches, and mice. The neighborhood is a notorious one in Ottawa, with prostitutes working a block away and drug addicts circulating throughout the area. With Robert's apartment being on the ground floor, people would often use it to access the rest of the building. People would just come in and walk through, says Robert. One time I was assaulted. A junkie came in and started beating on me. Robert tells this story from his wheelchair, a blanket wrapped around where his legs used to be. Robert has a quiet demeanor and kind eyes. He's soft-spoken, with glasses and a beard that is graying from his 70 years. It was while I was living there that I lost my legs, Robert adds. This was also around the time that Carefor social worker Marc Viau came into Robert's life. When Robert was referred to Marc by the Champlain Lynn, his living situation had deteriorated beyond what most could imagine. Understanding the severity of Robert's situation, Marc contacted Ottawa Community Housing and wrote letters to Robert's city councillor, MP, and MPP, resulting in a 5-person task force being created solely to help Robert find a safer place to live. This safer place to live was a cramped hotel room across from Saint Laurent Mall that Robert stayed in for 7 difficult months before Marc helped him find his current home, a 1-bedroom unit in a quiet, tree-lined neighborhood near Hunt Club and Conroy, where he's been living for the past 4 years. It's like heaven, Robert says, smiling. It's big and spacious. I have good neighbors. I can spread my wings. For the first time, Robert says he feels like he's living in a home. My mom never thought I could manage a house, but I do. I pay my bills. I keep it clean. I'm proud of what I've built. Robert has experienced loss too, most recently saying goodbye to his beloved cat, Simon. He made me feel whole, Robert says, tearing up. Marc is now helping Robert apply for a service animal, knowing how important companionship is for his emotional well-being. These days, Marc checks in on Robert every week or two. The relationship has evolved from crisis management to friendship and stability. I was very depressed at the time, Robert says. It took me 4 months to unpack, but Marc gave me hope. I have a positive attitude now. I'm just grateful. Robert's story is one of hundreds Marc has seen in his time as a social worker with Carefor. But he says the work is changing. He says they're seeing more seniors being forced out of their homes due to new government regulations around submitting income tax on time, leading to more homelessness and abuse among the elderly. We're seeing more addiction issues and subsequent accidents from it, says Marc. We're also seeing more gunshot wounds, Marc continues, speaking about a 22-year-old palliative client. The demand for social work services continues to rise, but Ontario Health at Home funding typically allows for only 4 visits per client. More visits would help us give more help, Marc says. Robert was reunited with Carefor through another referral, this time to help him address isolation, because while having a safer place to live, his new home is far away from his friends and family. With help from Carefor occupational therapist Jani Barassa, he received a new wheelchair earlier this month that will allow Robert to access his old community, giving him back some freedom and connection. For Marc, that's what social work is about, helping give dignity, one life at a time. Things are really lovely for him now, but he had to go through hell, says Marc. I'm so grateful for Marc, says Robert. I don't know where I'd be without him.
I felt very, very lucky for being here. And I love my new place. In my last place, I thought it'd be my last place before I die. But now it's going to be this place, hopefully. And it's everything I need.